Yeah, some people think I'm being tough on Mr. Bartlett.
Want any juice, my boss?
No,
I
sir.
got to beat rude.
I'm okay. Thank you very
Alright,
much.
no
Thank
problem,
you.
no problem. Have a good
Yeah,
one.
man. Nice hustling.
Nice.
All right.
Good.
Make sure you're courteous to the tourists, you know.
I always.
Excellent.
Always.
Excellent. The Hip Strip, full of vibes, full of beautiful facilities, full of very nice, helpful, courteous hustlers like that one, right? And full of danger after dark. A lot of people think I am too rough on Mr. Bartlett. I am not, you know. Mr. Bartlett deserves everything that I've said about him. And none of it is a lie. I remember when he was in opposition, when he was driving a second or third or fourth hand car, and he was just an ordinary citizen before he started wearing fancy Clark and Armani suits and jet setting around the world. He was in opposition, didn't know much about tourism, and when I was president, he asked me a few times about stuff to do with tourism. I wasn't reluctant, he probably won't remember, to share everything I knew with him. I went through a lot. And I'm coming back out of a 5.5-year depression. I decided to relaunch my company, Peter Kane Hospitality Services. And I said, you know what? I've invited all these big shots. About maybe 25, 30 people all told. And if Bartlett came as the Minister of Tourism, all of them would show up. I wrote to Mr. Bartlett, I called him, I emailed him, I sent at least 30, yeah, man. I sent him at least 30, 40 emails. Not 30, 13, 14 emails. He never responded. I know that they opened the emails between himself, his secretary, and his permanent secretary. I know that they opened it because I have a feature on my my email which tells when somebody opens. He never responded, not even the courtesy of acknowledging the email. Okay, so I said, all right, Bartlett isn't about to help me. I don't know why, but I think I know why, because when I fell out with Butch Stewart, he fell out with me too. I stopped talking to me because, like so many other Montegonians, they didn't want to be seen with anybody perceived to be an enemy of Butch Stewart, because they still wanted to be what you call it now, invited to his private island parties, stuff like that. Okay? So I said, okay, let me go to the next best, which is the director of tourism, Donovan White. Donovan White was delighted, he said, to be my guest speaker. Definitely I'm coming, Mr. Peter Kane, because you don't know what you did for me. When I just came to Montego Bay, I didn't know a damn thing about the place or about tourism. I don't remember this at all. And you were very, very helpful. So this is my turn to repay you. About 2 days before the event, my sister, Polly Reed, married to Dr. Reed, a terrific orthodontist. She sent me a thing saying, boy, you think you're going to get all of these big shots. You're not even going to get your guest speaker. And I said, maybe she knows something I don't know. So I picked up the phone and I called Donovan White. Normally he would take my call on the first or second ring. He never did. Never did answer. And I could see the 2 ticks that he received. Well, I sent him messages too. But I called him, didn't answer, sent him messages. I saw that he read the thing. Never responded. He never came to the event, never apologized, right? Never apologized at all, which I think was very rude. I found out later on that Bartlett found out that he was gonna fill in for him, Bartlett, and stopped him from coming, and didn't have the decency to say anything to me. So I don't care about Bartlett's feelings right now, because my feelings were very hurt. You know who rescued the day for me? Godfrey Dyer. Godfrey Dyer was one of the big shots that came to the event, and he filled in as a guest speaker, and he did a marvelous job because he knew everything practically about me. I was his vice president when he was president, and so on and so on. He did a terrific job, at least maybe better than the other 2 would have done. Okay? Now, since I went up to Hopetown, where I have the 75-acre family property, And I've been developing, I didn't start out developing an attraction. I was just fixing up the place, planting fruit trees and stuff like that. I planted lots of fruit trees and lots of lumber trees, about 400, because the government was giving away 3 million lumber trees. And I took about 400 of them and planted them all over the place, right? Then I decided to do this attraction up there, right? So one day, Bartlett posted something on my page, some award or something that he won, and I congratulated him and told him that I thought he was a terrific Minister of Tourism. Of course, he loves that, right? And he thanked me very much, and then announced on paper that he was coming to see my attraction, to see exactly what was being developed and to encourage me and so on. I felt very good about that. He never, ever, ever showed up. And some people that he's close to in the village actually told me that, or it's Peter Kina idiot, me now go to his place. More than once from different people, so they could not be lying, right? Now, am I supposed to just take all of this abuse? Two can play the same game, except unlike Bartlett, I'm very upfront. I'm not going to hide anything. What I'm going to say behind his back, I will tell him to his face. Unlike him, and so many other people that will do stuff on the hand, not Horace Peterkin, right? So that is the problem between myself and Bartlett. He's been very unhelpful. Now, if I were the Minister of Tourism and somebody is developing something that could be a fantastic addition to the tourism product and also a help to the citizens in his constituency, I would go and see what is going on, encourage the person, probably see if